Warning, the following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm having that same issue that I had before.
Hello, everybody.
It's pissed.
Hello.
Welcome to Forest Flesh, episode 116. How's everybody doing? Sorry we missed last week. I had a vehicular emergency. Car's still in the shop. But pray for my car. Pray. But I hope you guys are all doing well. Any crazy stories about lately? Like anything you guys do? Anything fun or weird happen to you? Anything like that? No. Okay.
Don't think so.
No.
All right. Cool. All right.
Nice boring week.
I've just been busy working on Maki-e art and stuff.
I'm planning to do I'm making an escape room at our house so that I can do it for my birthday.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's
That's pretty cool.
cool.
That's pretty cool. I thanks to a Wendigoon podcast, I just found out about a like a creepypasta story called The Left Right Game, and I liked their cast so much I wanted to read it, so I read it. Interesting story. If you've never heard of it, check it out. It's pretty cool. It's pretty weird. Left Right Game. Fun story. Well, welcome to Forest Flesh. So why don't we do that thing where we go around the table and we have folks introduce themselves, their characters, etc. And then at the end, we talk about where you guys are, where we were left off last time, and then we jump in and like play the game or something, right? So we'll start with you, Ferdy. How is the diviners doing?
Last time, they got interrogated by Maki-e. Maki-e thinks they are suspicious for some reason, in which they aren't. They have a pure heart. One can say.
Yeah. Don't worry, Maki-e thinks everyone is suspicious.
Except for Lucero.
Right.
Right on. Thank you, Ferdy. Up next, we've got Mori playing Lucero for you guys. Mori, how is Lucero doing?
Lucero's doing pretty good. They've got an apprentice.
Yeah.
They've got popcorn while they get to watch the wife be the Spanish Inquisition to everybody else for once.
Yeah.
So life's pretty good.
Right on. Yeah, you do have a new apprentice with Mard. I gave you a list of stuff for training up Mard, right?
Yes, I have those.
All right, cool. Let me know when you want to work on a thing. Like you can RP a lot of those things. But let me know how you want to do it. We'll have it happen. It should be relatively easy. Yeah. That'd be good. Cool. Well, thank you, Mori. Up next, we've got Kyo playing Quartz for you guys. Quartz, how are things going?
Quartz is tired and about to go to bed. And she's going to leave the rest of these idiots in her manor where they don't bother her for a little bit.
Fair enough.
Love it.
Yeah. She's good. She's interested to find out about that one guy who deals in desires. But for now, I think she's glad that she got her vials and they can grab some more of those the light vials hopefully in the future. But other than that, I think she's just here for the ride.
Yeah, okay. Right on. Thank you, Kyo. And up next, we've got Ella playing Maki-e for you guys. Ella, how is Maki-e doing?
Maki-e is enthusiastically overjoyed that she has obtained a new poison because she intends to use it as such. She is currently on a mission to interrogate at least one other member of Lucero-san's retinue.
Run, Candor, run.
Because Quartz already retired to her room, and Maki is not going to bother her if she's already sleeping.
Fair enough.
But also, I think every time she's had a conversation with Quartz, Quartz has tried to get information out of her. And she's realized that Quartz is good at that. So she's probably also taking her time figuring out the best way to go about interrogating Quartz.
Yeah, there's
Without
definitely
giving out too much information about herself.
there's definitely more than meets the eye with Quartz. Like Quartz comes off as very like positive and like self-assured and sort of in control, but Quartz is also very good at finessing people.
Yeah.
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 There's a
but
reason Lucero handles her with caution.
Yeah.
yeah, Maki has quickly learned this. I will say though that although Quartz is still on the suspect list, she is the lowest other than Lucero, who's not even on the list anymore. Because she has seen that Quartz really exhibits the what is it, like values or whatever of Quartz's arcana.
Yeah, the devil.
She seems to be very loyal to her arcana, so she's less less
Inclined to think
suspicious
she's a
than the
traitor.
others.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but
she
we don't know the
embodies the
devil
devil
could be a
pretty well.
traitor.
She definitely does a good job of embodying the devil in a lot of ways. And it might be that she's so close to the Bodhisattva, like the saint for the devil too. Like maybe
Yeah.
it's just like in the blood, so to speak. But yeah, it does. I would say it implies that they're a true believer, I guess.
We never know. The devil could actually be one of the opposing arcana, but considering Rifa is working with Nurnum, and Nurnum's the one who told Maki-e and the moon about what was going on, she figures they're in the safe for the most part. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I suppose it wouldn't be the first time that we saw a Arcana and their Bodhisattva disagree, right? Like theoretically, at least on screen, like what happened with Lapel. Supposedly, we saw that he had sort of figured out what Death was doing, and that's why he fell from grace or whatever. Like he lost his position. They gave him a name as like a title of shame and all that stuff. Called him a traitor. Made him basically be in charge of magisters, as like a punishment duty kind of thing.
yeah.
So who knows? I guess it's possible that the devil is working against the others. It fits the character for the devil for sure. Cool.
Only time will tell.
Yeah. And thank you, Maki-e. Last but not least, we've got Zach playing Candor for you guys. Zach, how is Candor doing?
I have popcorn.
You do. You have popcorn, yeah.
No, now you have kettle corn. You ate all the popcorn.
We have both
I
popcorn
had
and
popcorn. There
popcorn.
we go.
Oh, you made more popcorn too? I see.
Yeah, I had both.
Oh,
made.
cool. I have popcorn. I mean, I am currently hiding under the table watching or, well, listening to whatever is going on. So, it's just people listening. Normal things.
Right on. And thank you, Candor. And when we left off, you guys had been basically you found yourselves in the void, place ruled by demons and chaos and evil and all that rock and roll stuff. And you're in a city, and you've basically been spending a day running errands, getting like establishing network ties, like your first sort of like allies with like the Veiled Alchemist, for example, working, doing a job, and using that connection to try to get close to another demonic prince who can help you. Maybe you think you can talk them into helping you make a play against another demonic prince in order to get a key to get back to heaven, I guess is the gist of it. That's the simple way of putting it. And where there's a lot of chaos going on. And you guys had a job to do, and you sort of just found yourselves here by accident. Okay. That's sort of the gist of it. We left off with you guys retiring in Quartz's mansion to get some rest, to recuperate, and also to wait on your new allies to regenerate. Basically, they had been killed, and you've seen how they die here, and the next day they come back. They sort of like regenerate after dying. And I think that was where we left off, with you guys hanging out in the mansion before your long rest. So why don't I bring you guys back over there? Let's see here. It was this map, I believe. And here, actually, that's the wrong song. I meant to play this one, I think. Yeah, that's like rest music, nighttime music. Okay. So, as we fade back in to the mansion, what are you guys all doing?
At
Eating
this point-
popcorn kernels and staring at Candor under the table.
Sitting under the table like a goblin.
Yeah, we open up on a shot of Candor hiding under a table, with like the crunch of popcorn.
Behind me, a little like rabbit face slowly lowers down from above the table.
Yeah.
Actually,
Lucero
it's
has
not
ordered
even
another bowl of popcorn for them and Melora to watch this. Going,
It's
oh,
not
this is
even
going to
a-
be very entertaining. We need this.
Not even a rabbit face, because Maki has her mask on, so it's just a bird.
Oh, even more terrible. Nice.
Yeah.
Rabbit ears come out from behind it, yeah.
Melora, aka Faithless Sorrow, just had that outburst, right, where she threw the cup of water
Yep.
against the wall, and she was like, "Why won't it work?" Because you were questioning her about basically her motivations, I think.
Yeah.
So she's
Was-
yeah. You say this line about watching this that it'd be entertaining, and she's just kind of like scowling at you a bit. Her lips kind of terse. She doesn't say anything. She looks over at the cup that she threw against the wall and the sort of puddle of water that's like on the counter and spilt on the ground in like one of the stools. And she composes herself a bit, like you see her face calm. That's it. She doesn't say anything unless you like initiate conversation with her. What are you guys doing? So we got the popcorn squad. You got Lucero and Faithless Sorrow sitting at the table. Hands Mard are sitting at a table. What's the diviners doing, Birdie?
They're changing into new gear.
Okay. Yeah, so we got the diviners going over their equipment and swapping things out.
think at this-
Hands is probably like trying to look over the table, get eyes on all the different pieces of gear you got, like looking at them with like this sort of like quizzical look on their face. Go ahead, Keo. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I think at this point, Quartz is like at the bathroom, like washing her face and cleaning up before she gets into bed. And she'll like put on like an eye mask and then like fall asleep.
I got you.
Is it one of those plushy ones that has like "Do Not Disturb" on it?
Yes.
Yeah, so we,
Oh no, it should have those uncanny eyes.
yeah, so we cut
Really
to
disturb people.
Quartz in like a master bedroom, with like a attached balcony, fireplace, swanky room, getting into a bed with like silk sheets, all the nicest things in the room.
She has at least 10 pillows.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. Yeah.
What does the
Quartz
attached
is a plushy
balcony
person. Got it.
lead to?
Which one?
Well, Ramblin said there's an attached balcony, so I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Um,
Her room has its own private
what
balcony.
it's like.
Yeah. There's
But
tables.
There's no outside to this place, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's tables and chairs out there. There's like probably really nice stained glass windows too, and like some custom made entry door with probably stained glass on it as well that leads out into the balcony.
Oh, okay.
Where
So
there's
it's like a fully enclosed balcony?
it is fully enclosed. Yeah. It's on the it's on the,
Okay.
I guess I don't know if you can see the map that I've got the audience on, but it's on the,
It is black for me.
Oh yeah,
let
it's
me go
because you don't
to-
have a token on this.
Yeah,
on this
let me,
screen yet.
I'll go to look at Twitch. It's fine.
Sure.
Oh, video error. And
I'm
apparently
sure when she goes on the balcony, like she'll see like like that default Windows background with like the fields.
Yeah.
Like that's what you'll see.
All right, right on. Yeah, so we see you like getting ready to go to sleep, pulling the eye mask down. We cut back to everyone else. So, Melora says, look, we should get some rest.
Eventually. But the others don't look tired.
So,
Maybe you'll come to understand them a little bit better if you stick around.
yeah, as you're responding to her, Maki is finally speaking to Candor. And she's like, so, Candor-san,
What?
how long have you been working in Tengoku? Because of her monk ability, you
hear
understand
Luce
that
shout
as
in the background, the sun!
no, that's heaven.
Oh,
you
yeah.
understand
Yeah,
it
it's
as heaven. Yeah.
A while since I died.
How long is that?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. Not as long as Lucero, though. Lucero's been avoiding work longer than I've been there.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. This isn't about me. This is about you, boo.
I throw a popcorn kernel at your face.
Just let it bounce.
So I take it as meaning also that you've known Lucero as long as you've been in Tengoku.
I mean, not necessarily the whole time. There was a little bit while I was still getting my bearings, but yeah, pretty close.
Maybe Lucero remembers when you showed up.
Oh, I wonder.
We look pointedly at you.
How do you want Candor to be?
Legitimately, I have no idea. Quick, somebody roll 3d6s. Wait, how old
Just
is
3d6s?
I was what? How old is Lucero again?
10,000 years old.
Yes, okay, 3d6s for hundreds of years.
Okay.
For
So
142 years.
442. Yep.
Nice. All right. I see. And what brought you to work for Tayo-sama? And you understand that as the sun.
My life, I guess.
Do you remember your life before you came to Tengoku?
I mean, as well as anybody could remember about 400 and something years ago.
I remember mine.
Mine was mostly going from
Yeah,
here and there and
yeah.
playing music, so it all blurs a little bit together.
Sounds nice.
I see. Would you consider yourself loyal to Tayo-sama?
I mean, yes? Is there, I mean, you can't not be, right?
You just stare there. It's just through the mask.
Stares back at you.
Lucero is grimacing in the background while shoveling popcorn in their mouth.
I mean, sure, Lucero, like, dodges work sometimes, but I mean, still, you know, still a son.
That's true, I suppose. Sometimes some might make their way in and not actually be loyal.
How would
So
that
I have
work?
to ask. I think Maki-e would like to insight and see if she believes that you're telling the truth to her with your answers to her questions.
okay. So Zach, you can roll in secret, like 2 GM,
Yeah.
and yeah, you can decide
Either persuasion or deception.
Right. Yeah.
My passive was normally a 20, but I rolled a 12.
I can't roll lower than like a 25, so
Jesus.
Yeah, you rolled a natural 2, Maki. Congratulations.
Yeah, I know. It was almost a nat 20, but stupid dice
I
rolled
really,
over.
really want to, but at the same time, I know Lucero wouldn't be trying to, so it's just like, ah!
and that roll is treated as a 25.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
I don't see whatever roll you made, but I'm assuming you did it
yeah.
on to
Yeah.
GM in case it's either
Yeah.
deception or persuasion.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Maki-e will say, fine. You pass for now. You're still on my list.
Wait, you have a list?
Of course.
Terrifying.
He has lists for everything.
Even more terrifying.
It's how you remember things.
Now
You
that
might
I
want
do
to give
agree
it a
with, actually.
try. She has deemed her interrogation over and is going to wander, see what Lucero and Faithless Sorrow are. She can tell Lucero's been listening in, but what is Faithless Sorrow doing? like during that time?
She's sort of like watching the two of you kind of quietly. She still, like, when you turn around and look at her, first of all, like when Maki-e's gaze and like attention leaves your presence, Candor, you probably feel like a huge tension in the air kind of cease, like almost like a weight being like lifted off of you. Because she's kind of very
Intense?
intense. Yeah. And Faithless
It's okay.
Sorrow.
I've dealt with intense people before.
Yeah. Faithless Sorrow is like watching. Well, she was watching the two of you, but almost like wasn't really paying attention. Like more like just happened to be looking in your direction, but is clearly somewhere else in her thoughts. And her face, while calm like a still pond, there is still a ripple of anger that she hasn't yet completely subsided.
It also probably doesn't help that Lucero would actively be trying to get her to eat the popcorn.
Yeah, she ignores that. She's not eating popcorn right now. Yeah.
Lucero just holding the popcorn
Bowl.
like up to her lips. Like, go on, eat it. Eat it. Come on.
Yeah, she like half-heartedly kind of bats it away with the back of her hand. Not hard or aggressive, but just like, get that out of my face kind of thing.
See, I'm trying to remember if Maki-e was around when Quartz was talking to her about heaven and stuff, or was Maki-e still trying to help find Candor and the others in that combat? Anybody remember?
I don't remember off the top of my
Which
head.
combat was this?
No idea.
When we first met her?
I don't think you were in the vicinity.
All right, so I still don't know quite like what her goals are, or that she has a vendetta against heaven.
Well, we did just find out a little bit right now. Just a little bit
I mean,
ago.
Lucero did, but Maki-e wasn't paying attention. She was interrogating.
Oh.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so then I think Maki-e will say, I'm going to retire.
Night, dear.
Are you that old already?
I'm older than you, and that's enough.
Children should go to bed before their elders.
She'll go upstairs and find a room, but she'll probably mark it for Lucero so he knows which one she's in.
Yeah, okay. How do you mark the room?
You might grab something and like just tie it on the doorknob or something.
Sure. Here, I tell you what. I'll let you pick your room. We see you. The camera stays with you for a second as you go upstairs.
Okay. Small.
There's a bunch of small rooms. Yeah.
Really long and no beds. Really long and potentially there's a bed. It's small.
Here, let me check the
Oh, this one's got 3 beds, maybe.
there are
Taking over the room with all the beds.
There are some doors where there's dynamic lighting layers, and they didn't set them up in the new door style. So there's like there's a bunch of other tiny rooms.
There's a bigger room, like to the south, right there. You're going towards it. There's also
perfect.
a room.
Just next to Quartz, they can hear everything.
I'm in
Let's
deep
see,
sleep right
Where's
now.
the other one? She doesn't know which room Quartz is in unless, like, it's obvious. But
there's in big gold letters, Quartz.
Quartz's room.
It has
All
by
right,
far the
then-
nicest like door. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: would Maki-e still walk in and check out the room?
It's locked.
No, it's
Ah,
And soundproofed.
soundproof. So that means if somebody knocked because of an emergency,
Quartz.
we hear
Yeah.
it.
Of course. She wakes up when she wants to.
Nice. Maki-e
Quartz
doesn't know
needs
this.
12 hours of
but-
beauty sleep.
Maki-e doesn't know this, so she'll take the middle one.
Alrighty, right on. We cut back downstairs. Melora turns to the unseen servant behind the counter, I guess, and asks for another cup of water, which then pours itself and is handed to her. She doesn't drink it. She holds it in her hand, and she stares at the surface of the water for a minute.
What are you doing?
She glances up at you and makes a face. You can insight check her if you want.
It'll load. T4.
Yeah, she kind of like furrows her brow at you like you just asked a stupid question, kind of is the look she gives you. Like, or it's either that or it's more of like untrusting, like you just asked her a question that you know the answer to.
Humor an old wizard.
Make a persuasion check.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah, the like tension in her brow kind of like falters. And she says, well, you know all about magic, don't you?
Certain types.
She nods and she looks back at the water. And she chants a word. Kind of low, but I mean it's loud enough for anyone around her to hear. And she, with her free hand, she like traces a rune in the air. Make an Arcana check, Lucero. You recognize the rune immediately. It's a divination rune. And the word that she chants. It has its origin in like vision or sight or like seeking. The spell she casts is the scrying spell. Here, I will link it for you.
Is she hiding this from everyone, or is she showing?
She's not hiding it right now. She's showing Lucero what she's doing.
Okay. Can I make an Arcana check too, or like?
Sure.
Okay.
Who are you looking for?
Yeah, I mean, diviners, you know she's doing a spell, probably a spell to look for something, or to like move her vision somewhere else, but you're not sure exactly which spell.
Okay.
So you say, "Who are you looking for?" And she says, like her eyes kind of go wide, or maybe they like actually I think her eyes like tear up really thickly for a moment, but the tears don't run out of them, and so you see like all this water like built up in her eyes, and she kind of says calmly, "The fool." And she suddenly like blinks, and the water gives way in her eyes and runs down her face. She's not really like crying though. She just has all this the water just running down her face suddenly, and then she like shakes her head and she says, I can't find him. It's not working."
There's limitations to this spell. How tall is she to Lucero?
I would say she's probably average female humanoid height. So, given that she's got Fey origins, she might be a little bit taller, but I'd say she's under 6 feet.
Probably gonna get them fit, but they're gonna pat her head.
She pulls away from you, and she gets this like an annoyed expression on her face. She doesn't look directly at you.
You relieved it's not working here?
Yeah, she nods, and she says, might mean he's not dead. That means that they failed, or and she kind of like looks down, and she looks really sad again all of a sudden, and then she says, or something worse, or he's someone else again. Maybe he returns to the wheel.
Possible. But I have also learned that it is a funny thing. Even if they have, and with a different face, who's to say you won't meet up again?
Oh, you change to a different face when you say that? Is that what you were saying?
They'll probably like shift their hair and eye color and stuff, but not completely.
She seems to consider this for a second. And she says, I thought you all said that the fool was dead.
As far as we're aware of. That doesn't mean our information's wrong.
He just wanted to get away from you all, you know.
With everything that happened, can't say I blame him.
She kind of like tuts when you say that. Like she goes like and she stands up from the bar and she turns towards the stairs and starts to walk towards the stairs unless you like want to say something else or stop her. She's not upset as much as she was. She still seems kind of down for sure, but she's not like holding back anger right this second or anything.
Mm. No, at least we let her go. Probably shout goodnight as she heads up the stairs, though.
Yeah, she pauses and without looking back, she just says goodnight and then she walks up the stairs. What are the rest of you doing?
Probably
think
sitting at the table with the popcorn now.
they start heading up looking for a room. Try to take rest.
Sure. Here, let me just go ahead and copy you on the map. Sorry, Zach, did you say the same thing? You were also going to go upstairs? I missed.
Yeah, probably after a little bit.
All right, no worries.
Luce would probably try to get Mard to go up to bed.
Yeah, what do you say to Mard to get them turning in? Her and Hands are kind of like sitting there watching you guys, and every once in a while they like snicker a little bit or something. They're
We've
also
got a big date tomorrow.
Yeah, Mard goes from like laughing at a joke Hands just muttered to like looking all serious. And she says, "Oh, training starts tomorrow?"
If you think you're up for it.
She nods, and stands up, and the chair she's sitting on kind of like creaks as it slides back against the wooden floor. And she jogs over to the stairs as the diviners are about to head upstairs. And she says, "Right, I'll get some rest."
We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah,
Be ready to study.
Yeah, she nods as she starts to like excitedly climb up the stairs. Here. Diviners, Mard, you can pick a room. Mard is going to go to the first. She like looks around like confused, almost like she's lost.
Oh.
And then she just goes to the first door she sees in this hallway and opens it and kind of shrugs and goes in.
Hey, that's the servants' quarter.
She opens the door back up and she goes, "Servants? What?"
These are small rooms up here. You should look for something bigger.
She goes, "I don't know. It seems like a decent size for a hovel."
I guess.
She's like,
These are
she
small.
goes, "I don't need anything too big, just enough room to lay down."
Well, suit yourself, Mard.
It's
I'll
so
look for-
cute.
This room smells like rabbit piss. That rabbit's probably here.
Hey, Quartz! How many of the rooms are soundproof? Just yours?
Yeah, just mine.
So what's the likelihood that Maki heard that?
What's your passive perception, Maki-e? It's pretty high. right?
My passive is 20. And let's be honest, she's probably listening to see if Lucero is joining her or not.
Yeah.
They picked this room.
So, assuming the diviners said that out loud, then yeah, you hear it.
That was Abe, by the way.
you see a head with a intimidating bird mask poke out. Stare at you.
The diviners just crept back up higher on the list.
All right. We cut away back to the downstairs. Let me pull those two into GM layer. There we go. So 3 more of you left down here. Lucero, Candor, what are you doing?
Probably heading upstairs at this point.
Sure.
Don't want to risk any gold for some more 3 Dragon Ante?
You card shark.
Here.
Not up to losing any money.
Bye.
All right, Candor, where are you headed?
I think I was down here previously. So, okay, yeah, I think I was in this room previously.
Let me pull some more of these doors off because we're gonna probably need the room. We got a lot of people staying here now. All right, cool. Lucero and Hands are downstairs.
Been there were two.
Yeah. Hands has a drink of something on the table, probably like an ale or something. And is like cleaning their weapon while they're drinking alcohol, which is something you should never do. Just by the way.
What? No, it's fine.
Not tired?
Hands is just like, not yet. I just want to give everything a look over first. This stuff tastes really good. Have you ever tried this? What is this called?
Ale. Not particularly my taste.
Yeah, ale doesn't really taste good. Like good is not typically not tasting good. Yeah, and he's like, he shrugs. And he's like, are you going to sleep too then?
Eventually.
Are you I'm gonna ask, calm down. All right? You don't have to look, you're whispering in my ear all the time. Look, I can have conversations by myself. I don't always need your input, okay?
I forgot that he was haunted by Grandma.
I forgot for a second too. I was about to be like, what?
He goes,
I was like, oh yeah.
He kind of rolls his eyes and he says, well, make sure you bundle up and stay warm. You don't want to get sick in your sleep.
I'll make sure to do that.
There, are you happy?
Never thought you would be the one to be concerned about health.
Oh, it's not me.
Sure, kiddo.
No, really, I could care less. It's just she won't stop talking. She's just talking nonstop, all the time.
What's her name?
Hey, what's your name anyway? And he says, whisper on wind.
Interesting name.
He shrugs. Sure, I guess. I mean, it sounds kind of plain if you ask me. Look, okay, it's a fine name. I'm sure it's very common back in your day. It's just that most names people I meet now have cooler names, is all I'm saying. Like Hand Stained with Blood is a really cool name.
Where I come from, most would call it a bad omen.
Why? Bad omen. Like what? Like what does that mean? Like is that like a dog or something?
Well, there is the groom. Bad omens are
It sounds like
Signs of
a monster.
bad fortunes, bad time. Kind of.
Okay. Well, cool. That sounds awesome.
Mm. People don't like bad omens. Generally.
Well, you don't mess with a bad omen, right? That's something. Like it sounds.
If you're a single person. But that's when people get together, mobs and things.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Oh, that doesn't sound very fun.
Quite so fun.
I don't like mobs.
No. Didn't care for them much myself either.
So you're just gonna stand there and stare at me until I go to sleep, aren't you?
I'm curious about the weapon you use.
What about it?
It is a fascinating little contraption.
It's the coolest, isn't it? It's pretty great. Look. So you take these guys.
You're gonna pull up a seat.
Yeah. He pulls out of his satchel like a glass vial with like a metal like a metal bit for a bottom that kind of like screws onto it. It's probably a little bit less than palm sized. Inside it is like a writhing bug parasite thing, and it's like as soon as the glass like moves slightly, it's like clawing at the glass trying to get out, and you can hear like muffled screaming coming from this creature inside the in the glass.
Gross.
Yeah, it's
So what are these things?
Wait. Well, they're bugs, I guess. They're they're like they're mean little shits. They burrow into
That
you.
I can tell.
Yeah. They like to eat well, I guess they feed on light, but they'll eat through damn near anything to get to it. Skin, bone, metal. They're quite tough little critters.
So is this glass like enchanted or something?
Yeah, he nods. Special made just for them.
Can I have one?
Think I would just give away valuable ammunition? I mean, that's crazy talk. Like, you wanna buy one?
How much?
He squints at you and kind of looks you up and down. Let me see here. Let me have him roll. Guess it would just be a wisdom check. I don't think he has insight skill. Who controls hands again?
I do.
All right. Do you want to roll? Do you want to make it like an insight check? It would just be wisdom roll, since I guess he doesn't have an insight skill.
Wisdom roll. Okay. That one.
So he's like 1,000 echoes.
With how many I've seen you use, bull.
No, they're totally worth that. It's like still
And
squinting.
if I were to go ask Mard now,
about 50 echoes?
Lucero gives him 100.
He kind of like, it's not bad. And he hands you one of them. And he's like, all right, so yeah, the glass is good, but also there's like a gas in there that well, it makes it so they can't digest anything. So basically you put it in the gun like this, and he like slots one like the chamber of the gun thing that he uses is like open. He slots one in there with like a clink sound. And then he pulls back the bottom underneath the barrel, like a pump action shotgun, basically. And there's like a metallic sliding sound, and then like a loud audible click. And he goes, "See, now it's settled in. That's what I liked. That's what I call it. It's settled in. It's like it's chambered. Okay." So so it's settled in. So then you just point it at things you don't like, and you hit this little. It's like a button, right? You hit it with like your finger. You hold it like this, and he like mimes, holding it, and make like a sleight of hand check. Hands.
Sleight of hand.
I'm so glad that wasn't for Lucero.
Double
my
ones?
thing for that is bad.
Roll double
He has
ones.
a plus 15. You get double ones. Yep.
The gun goes off.
Lucero is sitting there looking like a fish, like they're just singing, they're just like starting to sweat, like, oh god, Quartz is gonna kill us.
The question is, does it hit you? I guess. Make an attack roll, Hands. You don't mean to do this. You didn't mean to do this. You're just drunk
My
and
blade
clumsy.
suck is not on, and my AC is so low.
Oh no.
Attack roll, just like a regular roll.
With the weapon.
Can you make it public so that way we could all see, please?
It's a crit! Oh my god! Okay, I'll just tell you, yeah, because he is rolling in secret by accident. Make sure you click public. I think that was probably me when I was testing stuff on his sheet, so that's my bad. I didn't put it back on public for you. But okay, so the first roll, he rolled a natural 1 on the wisdom roll. It was a 4. Then on the sleight of hand, he rolled 2 natural 1s, both 16. Now, with the burrowing pistol, rolled a 31 crit on you, Lucero. That's a hit. Can you click where it says attack on the roll in the chat?
Jesus Christ.
Just click. Yeah. So you take 11 piercing damage, and I need a con save. Lucero, I need a con save. That's a fail.
Oh, no.
This is not good. Okay. So roll 4d6 piercing damage. Roll 4d6 piercing
Just hear
damage.
that.
Okay, so there's this loud bang sound as you immediately feel something hit you in the chest. It just barely misses your apparatus. And yeah, you look down and you see this creature burrowing into you, and like the pain is awful. There's blood spurting out of you. And the whole time it's screaming in glee as it does it. Like it's just this high pitched chittering. It's so happy to be burrowing into your body, Lucero. Yeah. You feel it like dig into you, and it does after a few seconds. It stops moving, but it gets really deep in there. And you have this awful wound that you're leaking out of. So you took a total of 27 damage there.
Yep.
Hans' eyes go wide, and Hans is like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. Oh no, that's no what how look, I don't know how that happened. This drink stuff has my head feeling all funny. Are you okay?
More L for you. What
Uh,
do these things not like?
then what do you mean? What do you mean not like?
Fire, electricity, water,
Oh, you
cold.
don't mess with them. You'll just make it worse. You really, it just like if you try to burn, if you're thinking about trying to burn that thing out, that's a huge mistake. I'm telling you that right now. It's just gonna make it dig deeper.
Like I'm going to leave it to continue to dig around.
As you say that, you feel it like squirm in your chest a little bit as it makes its way deeper. Like it feels like it's so deep in your sternum that like it has to be like close to the bone, like close to like your rib cage.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, it's way in there. Yeah, so you're like, yeah. He goes, look, I don't know what to tell you. I've never seen anyone get him out before. I've seen people try, and well, it never goes well. Yeah, we do need to roll 1d4. Yeah.
Lucero is going to.
Oh no!
Yeah, yeah. Don't freak out too much, but yeah, it's a kind of a big deal. You don't know this, Lucero. You don't know.
Yeah, no. I need to use my Mesium. No, I don't know how to get rid of these things. That's the problem. I'm going to use message.
Sure. Who are you messaging?
The diviners.
Yeah, okay. So you message the diviners. Candor, did I forget to GM layer you, or are you back? Is that what's going on? Am I just an idiot and forgot to GM layer you? Or did you hear a loud bang and come running down the stairs? I think I forgot to GM layer you. Okay.
Actually, I think with how close they were to each other, Lucero was probably like flat on the floor, by the way.
Yeah.
How close they were.
Yeah,
it critical.
It could definitely
Yeah.
take you off your feet, maybe like that close. Not mechanically, but sure, if you want to be knocked down.
Because they were definitely like off guard. Because they were like sitting down too at the time. So they're just like pointing at the ceiling because they're not 100%, but I imagine like message gives some leeway in direction, and they're just like, "Will you please come back downstairs? I need some help."
Does anyone like wake up or like come back down when they hear the gunshot?
On my way.
Yeah, you guys
guess-
like are settling in, and we have like a shot where it's like panning over everyone laying in bed when this loud bang happens.
If it was loud enough that she could hear it from the room that she's in, then yeah, Maki-e would have gone down to investigate.
It's basically right below your room.
Oh, yeah.
So she definitely would have heard it.
Yeah. She's going down.
Sure.
And then we cut to Quartz, whose room is soundproof and she's still sleeping.
Yeah.
Actually, can I roll a d4 to like see who it ends up going to?
Yeah, like
I wouldn't.
Like for who it cuts to first? Sure.
Well, I mean the message, because Lucero wouldn't know exactly whose room it is.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
So 1 Quartz, 2 Candor, 3 Diviners, 4 Mard.
All right. Diviners, right?
So yeah.
They head down.
All right. I think
You'll just see Lucero flat on the floor.
I think Mard just like doesn't wake up. Like it's probably not the first time I've heard Hans' gunfire while they were.
She probably like half woke up, probably didn't think anything of it, and then like rolled back over and went back to sleep.
So Maki-e Diviners come run to the stairs.
Candor,
Candor,
you gonna
do
come check on me?
I don't know. I don't like the sound. I'm probably hiding under my bed.
All right,
Love
fair
you
enough.
too, buddy.
Yeah. Faithless Sorrow comes to the top of the stairs, I guess, and is just like, is everything okay down there?
I'm dying.
Yeah,
What's wrong?
she comes walking down the stairs too. What happened? And we see the group of you walk in, and Lucero's got this bloody open wound on their chest, and Hans has the gun now sitting on the table and is like putting their palms up defensively and is just going, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to happen. It was an accident."
They're still like spread eagle on the floor too. They're still like half in shock that it's happened.
He's like, look, this
Yeah, what
isn't.
is Grandma saying?
He's like, look, this isn't what it looks like. Look, I didn't mean to. Okay, you don't have to. It was an accident. Okay. Look, I know I shouldn't have been cleaning it while I was drinking. You don't. I know you told me.
Where did you get shot, Lucero?
They like gesture to the gaping wound.
Where the blood is. Maki-e is looking like she's about ready to slap a hand down on the wound to heal it.
Look. I know you don't like them, but there's a buggy thing in me.
Of what?
What? And then they start jumping to the table when you said bug.
What do you mean?
Their
bug.
ammo. They were showing me the ammo for their gun. It's this weird burrowing bug thing. And the gun went off by accident. And of course I was right in front of it.
Look, I'm really sorry about that, but it's not that big of a deal, right? Like, you know, in a few days you'll die, and then after that you'll feel a lot better.
A's.
Well, I mean, it varies, but oh, did I forget to tell you that part? That's how I get more ammunition, right? So that's the best part. The bugs, see, when you shoot someone with them, well, they make more of themselves, and well, you know, I mean, it's really painful, but at least it'll be over within, you know, a few lapses.
If he could see the look on Maki-e's face that she has under her mask, he's dead. After this is dealt with.
I can't believe this happened.
And
how do we get the bugs out without that scenario?
Oh, sorry.
Get him out?
Yes.
yes, I would prefer not to figure out if he can come back here.
Well, look, like I said, I don't know of a way to get him out. I've seen people try, but look, trust me, it just makes things a lot worse. You start rooting around in there with sharp implements, it's just gonna dig deeper. You're gonna irritate it.
Um,
You're gonna cast a resilient sphere on Lucero.
All right.
Is that the ball that y'all trapped Faithless
Yeah.
Sorrow?
Be careful.
Force encloses.
He's contagious now.
my God.
A creature, object of larger size, smaller within range. Unwilling creature must make a dex save. Are you willing, Lucero?
Don't be, please.
Is it a wizard spell?
Let
Let me
I
check.
believe.
Pretty
This
sure
part-
it
I-
is.
Nope, it's not. So I don't even know what spell this is. So I probably think they're helping me. So yes.
All right. All right.
Ooh,
Oh, it is.
fun.
It's a class. It's a class. Artificer and wizards know this spell.
So on a
It's not
failed
on my
save,
thing.
which you basically failed on purpose by letting this be cast on you, the creature is enclosed for the duration. Which the duration is up to 1 minute. Nothing, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through the barrier, in or out. The creature in the sphere can breathe there. The sphere is immune to all damage, and a creature object inside can't be damaged by attacks or effects originating from outside, nor can a creature inside the sphere damage anything outside of it. The sphere is weightless and just large enough to contain the creature or object inside. An enclosed creature can use its action to push against the sphere's walls and thus roll the sphere like a hamster ball up to half their speed. The globe can be picked up and moved by other creatures. A disintegrate spell targeting the globe destroys it without harming anything inside of it. All right, so it's been a little while since we saw this spell. Okay, so yeah, you cast this spell. What does it look like when you cast it?
It's like a bubble. It's like a bubble warp. And
I'm imagining the
Okay,
Pally
so
bubble
move.
from World of Warcraft because I've been getting into that lately. Again, I'm sorry, unfortunately. So yeah, we see like a shimmering force field bubble appear around Lucero, like a hamster
And
ball.
did you say you're also freaking out saying that he's contagious or
Contagious,
something?
yeah.
And now we're safe. Maki-e turns her gaze to you and like very menacingly says, "Remove that thing so I can treat him."
He can't. He doesn't know
No, it might-
how.
It might be lice.
It's not lice.
They move like further, like by the.
She is going to follow you and punch you in the face if you don't drop it.
They hide under Faithless Sorrow, like using them as like a shield.
Yeah, she'll just jump over Faithless Sorrow.
Yeah, sure,
And
that's
you.
fine.
Look, Han said fire. They don't like fire, but they burrow deeper. We need to figure something to kill it.
Try pulling it out one by one.
There's only
then
one in
burn
me.
Hands goes. Oh, I'm sure it's laid a lot of eggs by now.
Hands.
Delicious.
I'm going to strangle you after this. I hope you know this.
Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen, but I know it's gonna be a rough few days. But look, you'll just think of it this way, right? Like, at most a couple days, you'll be back to your normal self.
No. I have a feeling if I die down here, I won't be back to my normal self.
What do you? Why? Why? What? Why? Why would you say that?
They're like rubbing at their face with their hands.
Melora's looking at you, Lucero, with like she's making a face. It's still like a sorrowful face, but it's a bit different this time. And she kind of approaches you. She puts a hand on your shoulder.
She can't.
And
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
she
maybe the
can't.
ball.
oh yeah,
but
there's
she
a
can't touch
bubble.
me.
Yeah, she starts to like reach a hand out towards you, but can't. I guess she thinks better of it. It's fine. She wasn't gonna try to cast anything on you or anything like that. And she just says, "Look, he's right. I've seen his weapon work before, and well, as far as coming back goes, don't worry. There's a way. We can sort this out." Maki-e?
She's still trying to beat up Abe Flo for blocking her off from treating her husband.
Maki-e, stop.
And they're just gonna like
Oh, how durable is
go
this
up
bubble?
the stairs.
Oh!
Blood sparks
He just leaves
How
you with
durable
the...
is this bubble?
It's infinitely durable, meaning like nothing can pass through it or damage anything on the outside of the bubble from the inside, or vice versa.
I know, but I don't think Lucero knows that. That's what I'm trying to shout after them.
Faithless Sorrow goes, well, looks like we share more in common than I thought.
Maki-e is going to run up and grab hands by their collar.
Maki-e?
Yeah, he's
Stop.
just like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
And she's going to demand, tell me everything about those bugs so that I can save my partner.
Look, okay, the bugs, right? Okay. So when I started serving Prince of Madness, right? Part of the deal was I get this cool gun that can kill anyone, and there's nothing they can do to stop it if I shoot them, right? Okay, well, so you gave me this gun with these cool bugs. Now, as far as I know, there's no way to get them out. Like I said, I've seen people try all sorts of stuff because they hurt really bad, especially when they start wriggling around. So people usually, well, assuming they survive being hit with it, they usually will try to dig it out. I've seen people try fire. I've seen people try pretty much anything. And then
How are they with concussive force?
With what?
Concussive force. Thunder damage.
Okay, well, maybe I haven't seen everything, but what I can tell you for sure is that it's never worked. I mean,
I'm going to cast Shatter on myself.
Okay, link the spell, please. It will hit you and everyone around you, by the way, because Shatter is an AoE spell.
But nothing passes through the sphere.
I was about to say,
that's
but
right,
nothing can
that's
leave the
right.
sphere.
That's
It
right.
would just be Lucero's.
Okay, so there's a sudden, from inside the bubble, there's a sudden, like, boom, like a mortar going off. And yeah, the inside of the bubble just like goes all blurry for a second. Roll the damage on yourself. What level are you casting it? Second?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3d8 thunder damage on yourself, please. You take 11 damage. Yeah. It's like this hurts, like it hits your whole body. It like threatens to rip you apart basically. You're basically trying to explode yourself. Yeah, you feel the pain across your entire body. You also feel the creature buried in your sternum squirm afterwards. Like this doesn't kill it. You feel it move around, almost like recoiling from the force. You don't take any additional damage or anything, but you're aware that it moved around for a few seconds afterward until it like settled again. What were you gonna say, Ferdy?
Oh, and then I tell Lucero, do it again, Lucero.
Oh, I thought you left.
No, I'm just by the
You're
stairs.
just hanging out on the stairs?
Yeah, I'm just looking at what's going on. Do it again, Lucero. It's a second time would
I
probably
will
kill it.
do it again at 3rd level.
All right, and then by that, while they're casting, they're gonna lose concentration.
Oh my god.
Why are you doing? Okay, so you drop.
Everybody takes
17
Everybody needs
damage.
to take a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. They get a
Lucero
save.
willingly fails it because they want this creature to take as much damage as possible.
So hands, you can roll your own. I'll roll for Melora.
Double check
She gets a 13.
what I have.
So fail from hands.
This is an area of effect stuff, so I will only take half if I fail. All right.
Critical fail.
Or not, I'll take full, I guess.
So then, do the tables all
Yeah.
like,
So like all the furniture in the vicinity just like explodes, splinters apart, goes
I'm going
flying.
to be so busy doing mending later.
Goes flying out from Lucero in all directions, like basically turns into shrapnel as like bits of wood are like splintered into the walls and the counter and all that stuff on all sides. Any like cups, glasses, like everything is just like ripped apart and exploded in the area as all of you take 17 thunder damage.
as soon
I
as
crawled
that
deeper under my
happens-
bed.
As soon as it happens, a bunch of like unseen servants come out with like brooms and
You can hear Lucero being
Lucero-
like, I am so sorry.
Did you already take the damage, Maki-e? I just don't want to give it to you twice.
I did.
Okay,
I did.
cool.
Lucero is also going to turn around and cast magic missiles at Abe Flo.
Yeah, go for it.
As they do that, they're gonna cast shield
As a reaction, yeah.
as a reaction.
So you cast magic missiles, shield automatically deflects them, I think. Is that how it works?
Yeah, and then they run up
it?
and run up
It
the
just
stairs.
completely negates it, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
shield
I
does.
Don't think I'm gonna forget this child.
That's
What were you gonna say?
And they
Ella?
lock.
I can't remember if shield was if it was a reaction to an attack that was going to him.
When you were hit by an
shield is
attack,
reaction,
Yes, when
yeah.
you're hit with an attack or a magic missile.
yeah, or
Oh,
targeted
okay.
by magic missile. Yeah.
I see.
And then at the bottom it says you take no damage from magic missile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is like specifically
I
designed
remember
to
that
counteract
movie.
it.
Yeah. Maki-e's
That calms down.
Flaring.
Lucero is going to get try to feel for the bug.
You guys, I just want to say I don't know how we got here. But this is why I love
You got
D&D
me.
and
This
improv
is weird.
and wow. I'll just say that. Wow.
we're about to start a party infighting.
pretty much.
Court's gonna wake up. Half the mansion's burned to cinders, the other half's iced over, and she has no clue what's happened.
Right.
She's probably gonna be relieved that she's got a soundproof room.
Right.
Nothing disturbed her beauty sleep. Maki-e is trying to shake hands and saying okay, so you've listed the things that they don't like that people have tried, but is there anything that they like more than flesh?
Well, laying a whole lot of eggs into the things they bury into. They lay a bunch of eggs, just lots of them.
Well, now that I've done an extra 17 damage, do I still feel it moving around?
Oh yeah, for sure.
These things either have a lot of HP or are not taking damage from you.
I probably am absorbing quite. Well, no, since I'm casting it on myself. Not sure how that works.
And if only Maki-e was around to hear them saying that they liked the golden light or whatever.
Well, he's basically saying that that when they're burrowing into things, they're feeding on their light, is what he was saying. Like,
okay.
like it's eating the flesh and stuff as it burrows into you, yeah, but it's really like they feed on your soul or whatever light you have absorbed if you're a demon.
Okay, so he tells Maki-e that?
He told
in
Lucero.
part of his description? Yeah, that's why I was saying is if he's not telling Maki-e that, she can't put two and two together, so.
I mean, you did tell him to tell you everything. We can assume he's like blabbing this stuff out too. Sure, you can know that also.
Okay, in
Drunkenly.
that case,
Yeah.
if she's able to put two and two together, she is going to pull out the last vial of golden light that she has on her person.
Sure. Okay.
And she's going to open it and put it near Lucero's wound to try and maybe see if the pure substance will lure them out.
Make a persuasion check with
Oh no, I'm not good at persuasion.
just a regular persuasion, I think. I have to roll really high though. I think it's gonna be a high DC.
If only somebody else.
You have your
could roll this.
inspiration.
You do have
Oh
inspiration.
yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration. I have a +0 to persuasion. She's not charismatic. I'm gonna use my inspiration. 17.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so you like open up this vial and you're over the wound. Lucero, you feel something wriggling around in there. The pain gets a lot worse as this thing starts to work its way to the surface. It does claw its way out of the wound and go for the light jar. Hands pulls he pulls the slide back on the gun, pulls the empty vial out, starts unscrewing the top of it, and holds the pulls the metal and screw thing out and holds it up like a jar, like he's about to catch a spider under a cup or something. And gives you a look.
Please don't roll a natural one again.
What am I rolling?
Please don't roll a natural one again.
You'll roll a
Sleight of
sleight.
hand?
Yeah, you'll roll a sleight of hand, but he's giving Maki-e a look first for okay.
Shall we win?
Yeah, basically. Like if you're willing to go along with it.
Yeah, Maki-e will nod, because if she can not let it get into her vial, that's good.
Yeah. Okay, so he slams the cup down as this thing skitters across Lucero's lower abdomen to go for the light vial. Hands like slams the cup down on it and like turns it to the side, picks it up really quick, puts the metal thing on top of it, and traps the critter back in the glass. Where you hear like a soft hiss sound, and the creature's like stuck in there again. It's really pissed off now, so it's like just like fighting against the glass and everything. It can't.
I wonder why.
And Hands kind of like sits back and looks at the thing in his hand, tucks it in his satchel, and goes,
Nope. Before he puts it in his satchel, Luce is gonna take it from him.
"Oh right, you did pay for it, yeah."
I'll take that one.
And he goes,
Paid to be shot with that thing?
Hands goes,
no.
Okay. So good. That's not so bad. Whew. Now, what do we do about all the eggs?
We dig them out.
Yeah.
Does Faithless have any recommendations before Maki-e moves in?
Here, I'll have her make a check. She like takes a look at you, and she goes, Maki-e, do you see how deep that wound is? You start trying to dig those out, you're gonna kill him.
One way or another, I'm gonna die.
How long do they take to hatch?
Hands goes, look, it varies. Sometimes a day, sometimes a few.
What causes the variation?
Shrugs. I don't know. Maybe how much light they have.
So potentially more light the faster they hatch.
He makes a face like, maybe, yeah. Suppose it's possible. Kind of seems more like random chance, but I guess never really know how much light a creature's fed on when I shot them before.
Well, I guess I get to be the fun little science experiment, don't we, love?
Faithless says, look, I know this looks bad, but we can find a way around it.
Got the big one out. That was my main concern. Lucero now, especially now that they've got the beetle out, Lucero is like calm, like oddly calm.
What are you checking out here, Maki-e?
Maki-e is trying to think of the best way to handle such a situation. I'm assuming, in her 10,000 plus years of life, she might have run into situations with burrowing bugs.
Yeah.
But
probably
anything quite like this, though.
Nothing quite like this, but she might be able to draw knowledge from that to try to figure out the best course of action.
So most of you probably ran into all kinds of diseases over the millennia, all kinds of parasites and infections. Most of them can be cured with simple healing magic that'll get rid of disease, like lesser restoration, for example, or that kind of thing.
Do I think that because I have something that gets rid of disease and other conditions, but it doesn't specify parasites, so I wasn't sure it would work.
A lot of disease conditions that people can get are parasites. Like there's one in the game mechanics called like throat leeches or something like that. That I think is cured by cure disease. However, none of those feed on the soul, and also none of those really have like a demonic sort of like taint to them.
Yeah. I think she has key points still. So I think we'll try just in case. Physician's touch, a hand of healing, and slap a hand over Lucero's wound.
Sure. Couple things you'd also get with a really high medicine check like that. Faithless Sorrow is probably onto something with like how severe and how deep the wound is. Like just looking over the wound quickly with like your incredible like medical knowledge, maybe even like investigating the wound itself a bit. You can also tell that like the burrowing creature seemed to like there was a lot of blood, but it seemed like the burrowing creature itself perhaps even cauterized some of the wound on the inside, almost like it maybe not intended, but sort of a consequence of what it was doing could help keep the hosts alive, or at least keep them from bleeding out for some time. The wound is very deep, and it's likely that if this thing was laying eggs in there, that they were very close to like vital organs and stuff like that. So it could be a huge hazard to try to go rooting around in there to try to find them. You do Physician's Touch. Greater cures the touch. Yeah. Necessary use your knowledge to harm when you use Hand of Healing on creature. You can also end one disease in the following conditions: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned. Unfortunately, Lucero is not suffering from any of these conditions right now.
Yeah. Well, she still tried. And I can still heal him a little. Let me double check what my current die. 8.
Lucero is going to pick her up, pat her head between the ears.
She heals you for a total of 8 as she tries to remove them with her healing touch.
Thank you, dear.
We'll figure it out. I won't let you. No, she glances at Hands and Faithless Sorrow, like you can't see her expression, but it might be obvious to Lucero that she's implying she's not gonna let you turn into one of them or something like them.
If that is their will, it will be.
It's not my will. I won't let you. And that one didn't get in my vial, so maybe I'll just use the vial to keep luring them out. You have more of those jars to trap them, right? She turns to look at Hands.
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough for all of them. I mean, usually there's a lot extra.
Well, you said they also don't like fire. Does it kill them if it reaches them?
When they come out, yeah. I mean, you can also squash them like any other bug. You just want to be careful. You just want to do it quick, right? You don't want to give them time to start burrowing into whatever you're squashing them with.
All right, so we'll just lure them out with this vial and kill them all.
Yeah. Just that. Yeah, I mean, the problem won't be getting them out.
I understand. Let's not worry about it anymore.
Don't underestimate my resolve and willpower.
I mean, I don't. It's just that, look, like, well, you guys don't know, right? Like, maybe you regenerate here, just like we do. And he looks over at Faithless Sorrow, and she shakes her head no. And she says, I didn't always have horns myself, you know.
Luce turns and looks at her and goes, we'll find out when the time comes.
Yeah, she nods, and she says, well, we've all had quite an eventful evening. Some more than others. Maybe we could all use a rest, and some time to process.
The shortest time span that they usually start hatching, did you say it seemed to be about a day?
Yeah. Now, we rolled to see how much time it would take.
Oh, did
Yeah. And you don't have this meta knowledge. Nobody knows. But Kyo rolled 1 day.
Okay. Well, I was asking to figure out if it could be hours, like less than 24 hours. Because if that would have been the case, then Maki-e would insist on setting up a watch to keep watch on Lucero. But if they have at least 8 hours guaranteed, she will not insist on
I
that.
think Cans would probably at least insist on that at least.
Hands?
Hands would insist on what?
At least a day, right?
Yeah, like he's probably like, I've never seen it happen quicker than a day.
So why don't we go off to bed, get some rest, and look at this with fresh eyes in the morning.
You do feel a little bit better, Lucero, especially after getting some healing. Like once the creature crawled out, like you don't feel anything squirming around in there anymore.
That's a nice feeling. Nothing moving on the insides that shouldn't.
Right, yeah.
Now you've got eggs in you, though. For once, you'll be the mother.
And she healed some of your HP too, right? So,
State.
Yeah, so like the wound has closed up at least partially.
Yeah.
Maki is going to hold out her hand towards Hands, and she's going to say, "I'm going to confiscate your weapon for the time being."
What? No, I need that.
Okay, it's fine.
You don't need it when you're in here.
Look, I won't
so that way
play with it anymore. Okay, I won't point at anybody. Like, I'm sorry, it was an accident, but you can't take my weapon away, please. It's the only thing I care about.
Just so that way Maki-e can't.
Things.
Just so that way Maki-e can't continue the argument. Luce is going to pick her up and head upstairs.
He's going to struggle.
All right, contested
She's
checks.
Very insistent.
Grapple versus your athletics or acrobatics, Maki-e.
Oh, throws a 20.
What is grapple again?
Your athletics, Lucero.
Oh god.
So yeah, you try to grab Maki-e, but she can
Just
squirm
slips out.
out of your grasp pretty easily.
Can I play up like she hit the injured area to make her feel bad?
Yeah, sure. Make a.
No, she just
Yeah.
got it. She's short. She
Dang.
knows how to duck.
Yeah. You can either make a deception roll or a performance roll, whichever you want to roll to play that up. And then Maki-e will roll insight against it to see if she buys it.
My passive is 20, though.
There's no such thing as
I
passive
roll. I
insight.
have to take a lower. There is such a thing as a passive insight. Technically, all of them have a passive.
There's passive perception, which we use. The other passive things we don't really use.
We've been using passive insight.
Gosh dang it.
But it's fine because I have a 20 higher.
Yeah, see, there you
Anyway.
go. No big deal. So yeah, Lucero's like, oh, you hit me in my new wound, but you see right through it.
Mm. If I hit you there, I would have healed you more. She's still holding out her paw to hands. And she'll say, "Fine, if you won't give me your weapon, I will take your ammunition."
Yeah. I think that's agreeable. Make a persuasion check just to see. I'm not gonna have hands roll against you. I just want to see how well you roll here.
Or see how low I roll.
How low? Can you
Alright.
go? How low? Can you go?
All right.
She could go a little bit lower.
He racks the gun and points it at you.
Oh boy.
He goes, sure, I'll give you one of them if that's what you want. I gave up everything for this gun and its ammunition. You're not taking it away from me. I'm sorry about your friend.
He's not
All
just
right,
my
all right.
friend. He's my lifelong partner. And even in death, we are forever together. If you're going to threaten me and my partner, I will kill you over and over and over.
Yeah, he says, look, if you take my gun from me, you're killing me anyways. So you kill me with your hands, you take my only means of defense away, whatever it is, I'm dead, all right? It was an accident. I didn't mean for it to happen.
There seems to be a lot of accidents going on since I've joined you all. She purposefully glances over
Lucero's
where
going to step
Abe and
between
Flo are.
them and like put the hand on like each of their chests. And it's just like, okay, tensions are getting kind of high. Look, it was an accident. I shouldn't have been standing right in front of it. It's just as much my fault I got shot. Leave his weapon alone. You'd throw just as much of a fit if somebody tried to take your gloves. I'd throw just as much of a fit if somebody tried to take my hammer. We leave it be.
My glove isn't my life.
Fine, you're
I
poisoned.
can get a new one. I could get more of those too.
Maki-e, love. And they like let out a deep sigh. You get what I'm saying though. This is his item. This is his possession. You don't touch it. You don't take it. This would be like somebody trying to take one of us from each other.
Fine.
He already feels bad enough.
If it happens again, my threat still stands.
Yeah, he lowers the gun and he says, it won't happen again. I'm sorry. yeah, all the debris being cleaned up and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Lucero
assuming this
going
table's
to-
not actually here anymore because
No,
of the
it is
thing. That's why Maki is
destroyed.
there.
Yeah, it's wood pulp all over the room.
Shreds, you say?
Lucero
Yeah.
gets down to Hans's level and puts their hands on their shoulders to look them in the eyes. I am not blaming you. This was an accident. Accidents happen. I'm still here. I'm still standing.
Yeah, he nods. And he says, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I don't know what I was thinking.
You were showing me something absolutely amazing. And I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Maki is just staring at you silently.
Yeah, they're not moving because they know exactly what look Maki-e is giving them.
Yeah, he kind of like rubs his hand on the back of his neck and so like looks down and kind of nods and he says, well, if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. I'll be upstairs.
A good night's rest.
The unseen servants can't make sounds, right? We can't hear
No.
them like sobbing.
No.
we don't know any of what's going on with them, but they are
Sobbing in the
reacting.
background. We just see these ghosts. Like, the camera just pans back a little bit. We just see these ghosts like sobbing.
Yeah, they're just
As-
the audience members just reacting to everything happening.
yeah. Faithless Sorrow goes, right, well, the two of you gonna be okay?
As ever, as I come to grips being... They like look down at their chest. And a parent again?
Don't worry. Worst case scenario, we have to pay a visit to the Hungering Crypts.
They do.
Well, guy down there helped me with a similar problem.
Hands too.
No, hands had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Well, get some rest. Sounds like we got a lot of work to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
She pauses on the stairs to look at is it Abe that's out right now? Like, or are you still?
Oh, they're already in their room. Like
Okay.
they're like praying that the bugs won't get near them.
all right, fair enough. She just
I was about to say, if Lucero like catches sight of them, they're immediately like sprinting for them.
Yeah, Maki-e too. It's probably good they left.
All right. So the last two remaining, what do you do?
if Lucero doesn't pick her up, Maki-e is going to reach up and grab his hand and start leading him to the room.
He'll follow, probably scooping her up as he goes.
Yeah, okay.
And just in case, she will spend her last 4 key points to heal Lucero.
Sure.
If I punch him once, punch something else, and then flurry. No, punch him once, punch him once, flurry of blows, punch him again. Flurry of blows. I should be able to get 6 heals from 4 key points.
Are you actually punching when you do this, or this is more like hitting pressure
It's more
points,
like yeah, like hitting the pressure points.
All right. Cool.
So it would be 68 total plus my wisdom modifier for each one. So there's the 68, and then 5 times 6, so add 30. 45 total. They might hear out the other people in the room might hear random punches as she punches the wall for her non-healing punches.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
You're just slowly getting closer to as like Lucero is walking around the hallways.
They don't see it, but there are some unseen servants just like raising their arms, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, since she can't see them, maybe she almost hits one of them by accident.
What are the walls?
It's like that
made
scene
out
where
of?
they like where she like punches out and their like heads like right next to her fist kind of thing.
What are the walls made out of, Quartz?
Marble.
All right.
Quartz is trying to make sure the mansion don't get broke.
There's no dents in the mansion walls, just in Maki-e's fist.
How many times do you punch walls?
It would have just been twice.
All right, make 2
She's
attack
not-
rolls.
She's probably not doing it like full power, but yeah.
That's fine. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Both hit. Roll damage. Yeah, you splinter a wall. It doesn't like break apart or anything, but you put like a huge
There's
crack.
a crack in the marble.
Yeah.
Nice.
The poor unseen servants, they're gonna be working all night long.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I've already given you all a room. I put you both in the same room here. So do you guys want to go ahead and take a long rest? Is that the idea here?
Yeah.
Yes, but I have
Before-
something to do before it.
Yeah, I do too. Before, like as soon as the doors closed, Maki-e would ask Lucero, how many potions do you have?
I think I have any.
You don't have any?
Big fat goose egg.
You know better than that. And she'll just pull out 5 and hand them to you.
Keep them, love.
I have more. You need it for emergencies.
I don't know if any of us have potions. Well, let's worry about doling them out tomorrow.
Fine, at least take these. And she'll insist that you take 3 of them.
It like sigh because there's no use in they know there's no use in fighting her. What kind are they?
They're just normal potions of healing.
Okay.
Thank
you, dear.
Okay. So you exchange potions. What what else did you want to take care of before you slept?
Lucero is taking out of their bag a deck of tarot cards.
Okay. Sure.
And they are also shifting forms.
Oh, okay. To the new one?
Yeah.
All right, let me get that in.
They are also casting. I think it's Alter Self. The one that can do the close.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a form that she's familiar with.
Yes, Maki-e would be familiar with it. That's the only reason they're willing to do it in the room with her.
Oh yeah, she does take her mask off as well when they enter the room.
Bubbles. No, I don't know what that means.
What?
I said booble.
It's the one you've showed me, right?
Yes. Do I need to resend it real quick?
No, I've got it. I think if this is the right version of it, you tell me when I show it on the screen. Let me copy it to the library and roll 20. There it is. Boom.
It's the one that had the accessories right underneath it.
Oh, I thought it was this one. Is that it? You're not seeing what I'm linking. Never mind, because I'm on a different page. Hang on. Let me go to the screen that you're on. That might help. This one. Is that it?
No.
Ooh.
No.
Let's...
I'll resend.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's close though.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Let me just drop it in roll 20.
Sorry, I sent him some of the demos that I had worked on. That's why we got confused.
Oh.
And copy to library. Boom. There, this one.
Yes.
Okay, so do I need to make this your token really quick? I can.
No, they're just gonna do it for the tarot reading.
Oh, okay. All right, let me get you a tarot deck out. It's been a while since we've used the tarot deck. Can I remember how to? There it is. Show, and then I'm going to recall all cards, and then shuffle. Boom. All right, so what are you doing? A reading? You're doing like a past, present, future reading right now?
I guess that's what I would be needing.
That's our most common.
Okay.
Reading. Okay, so first card typically represents the past. Is the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. Roll me a D2. It's reversed. Okay, and then second card is the Knight of Cups. Roll me another D2, please. It is not reversed. It's our present, and then our future is the Wheel. Roll me another D2, please.
What?
Yeah, that's like foreboding. And it's reversed. Oh, good lord. Okay. Let me see what our meanings are here.
Lucero's sweating a little bit seeing this.
Yeah, like when you see the wheel come up for your future, like I imagine that immediately makes you like, oh god, because it's trying to tell you you're going to be returning to the wheel, you know, which means you're going to die. Okay, so the page, we'll do the page first. Reverse. The Page of Pentacles usually. So let's talk about what's on the card. Here, let me do this so we can all kind of see the card a little bit better. Okay, so Page of Pentacles. So typically depicts a young man standing on a grassy field of blooming flowers. In the distance behind him is a small patch of trees and a newly plowed field promising an abundant harvest. The mountain range on the horizon signifies the upcoming challenges and obstacles the page must surmount along his journey. The page holds a gold coin in his hand and examines it carefully as if to discover how to manifest even more gold and abundance. Now, the reversed meaning usually means the opposite. In this case, it stands for lack of progress, procrastination, learning from failure. All of this is what lies in your past, either in your immediate past or in the distant past, I suppose. That is up to you. Let me see if there's anything I maybe missed here. I think that's good. Lack of focus, the being distracted. I mentioned procrastination, which is funny that came up because we talked about that at the beginning, like right before the show. Suggests that you may need to focus your mind before moving on to the next thing. Okay. Next up, we got the Knight of Cups. All right. It is not reversed. So, Knight of Cups depicts a young knight gloriously riding a white horse while at the same time holding a cup, as if he's a messenger of a certain sort. Unlike the Knight of Wands or Swords, this particular one isn't charging along with his horse. He's instead moving slowly forward, which provides the entire setting an overall impression of peace and calmness. The horse is known to represent one's drive, energy, and power. The horse's color is white, symbol of spirituality, light, and purity. So that is the present. Let's see. The truth of the Knight of Cups is that it is the most feminine amongst all the knight cards. It's important to note, though, that it doesn't suggest that he's less worthy of a knight. It implies he is in proper touch with his emotions and intuition, and that he uses them for his own well-being. And during his many romance and seduction quests, he's usually quite attractive and charming to others, regardless of their gender. When faced with a decision, the Knight of Cups is going to listen to his heart, regardless of whether this is actually a logical choice or not. He can also manifest an event or person in your life or part of your own self. He appears as a messenger, carries an invitation, or an arrival of something which is going to have certain emotional benefit for you. He's also charged with taking gifts of his suit and bringing it outward into the world. It can represent undertaking of a project with emotional or creative value to you. Is your present card. Again, it's very fitting. Feels like very fitting, less in a negative way, too. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Let's see here. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune, of course, this is an arcana, calling you out, basically, when they come out in a reading. The Wheel of Fortune typically represents... Oh, my mic cut out for a second there. That was weird. Okay, sorry. Wheel of Fortune is one of the most symbolic cards in the deck, filled with signs that each have their own meaning. At the center of the card lies a giant wheel covered in esoteric symbols. There are different creatures that surround the wheel: the angel, the eagle, the bull, and the lion. Is the stream still going? Are we still live? I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
I mean, we're still here. Stream looks like it's still going.
Okay. All right. I just things cut out. It was making me nervous. All right. I tried to check it and I just had the buffer wheel.
No, it's
All right.
fine.
Different creatures surround the wheel: the angel, the eagle, the bull, and the lion, related to the 4 fixed signs in the zodiac: Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. These 4 animals represent the 4 evangelist and Christian traditions, which is perhaps the reason they're all adorned with wings. The book that each of the creatures hold represents the Torah, which communicates wisdom and self-understanding. The snake indicates the act of descending into the material world. On the wheel itself rides a sphinx that sits at the top, and what appears to be either a devil or Anubis himself arising at the bottom. These 2 Egyptian figures represent wisdom of gods and kings, in case of the sphinx, and the underworld for Anubis. They're rotating in a cycle and suggest that as one comes up, the other goes down. So, like, cycle of life and death is implied here. Also, like, luck, I guess, is a huge part of the Wheel of Fortune, fate, that kind of thing. For our reversed meaning, when the wheel is reversed, it means that luck has not been on your side and misfortunes have been following you. When it's associated with this card, you must understand that these are due to external influences that you cannot control. Like the wheel, our luck and our fate is always in motion, and sometimes we are on the bottom. Be assured that the wheel will turn again, and you will be okay again soon. What you shouldn't do, however, is cling to the illusion of control. Perhaps in this turn of the wheel, the lesson is to learn to let go and release. These are things that cannot be moved by human will and action alone. When we do not let go, it can bring only more suffering. For you may blame yourself for actions that could not have altered the situation. When we learn to accept, we also learn to forgive ourselves. We learn to move on and to move forward. And eventually we learn that this feeling of acceptance can push the wheel again forward and move it towards a new cycle. So this can mean, when we're talking about new cycles, this can mean death, like reincarnation, like a new life. It can also mean like a new point in your life, like you're just changing what's going on in your life. But I suppose we will find out. Again, this is your card representing your future. I always have to say this when we do a reading. We haven't done one in a long while, so it's good to see one on screen again. But I always have to say, I didn't pick these cards out intentionally. I shuffled the deck and we drew at random. So I know it's it's just funny. That's the way tarot is. It always fits, but that's the way it's designed to be. I guess.
Barnum statements.
Yeah. So we see you do this reading. What is your reaction?
I think especially whenever they see the reversed Wheel of Fortune, they look at Maki-e when they see that.
Yeah, I mean, the two of you, so the meaning of these cards and all the symbolism behind them and everything is drilled into you. It's a huge part of your culture, so you're very familiar with these things. So yeah, as you look over at Maki-e, what's the look Maki-e has?
He's clearly in denial about the possibility about accepting that Lucero might have to accept a change that might change him a lot.
Yeah.
Like you could see a look of stubbornness on her face.
Yeah. And what about the possibility that you might have to accept a change in Lucero?
Lucero actually looks at peace with the idea.
I think that makes a lot of sense with the card you got for the present too, which was the Knight of Cups, which is all that calm and sort of like, being at peace. Makes a lot of sense.
Lucero looks at Maki and goes, maybe this chain will finally be broken.
What chain?
You know what chain?
Ooh.
Her nose twitches.
Has been a collar around my neck for 10,000 years, dear.
She's staying quiet. But you could tell she's like struggling.
They like hold their arms out and offer a hug. You know, I've never blamed you.
Just see. Okay. She will go and hug.
They'll hold her close, tuck her head under their chin.
Maybe that's the scene we fade out on for the night. Up to you guys. I feel like that's a really good point.
Yeah,
not on the episode. I mean, just for the night's
right.
rest.
Yeah. I do think Maki-e would probably say one more thing, and that's I'm still going to try to keep you from dying to those things.
I know, love.
Yeah.
And that's the last of what she had to say for for that scene.
Yeah, good stuff. Just taking in the weight of weight of everything that just happened. Okay. So we fade out. We fade back in the next morning. Now, before you guys go giving yourselves HP and everything, you recover no hit points. You recover no spell slots. You take a long rest, but you recover none of those things as before. Right? You have to take... Did you recover HP?
Yeah, we still all recovered
No.
HP.
No, not HP.
Yeah, we got HP. We just didn't get spell slots.
Oh, yeah. It's
I
just
think
spell
you're
slots.
right. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right. I think you do recover
right.
HP, just not spell slots. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
right. My bad.
Because Candor got to basically click his long rest button, while the rest of us had to be careful with what we clicked.
Yeah, you just don't recover
Yeah.
hit dice. I think is what it was. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
You don't recover hit dice.
Oh, we don't?
Not unless you take a hit off of the light. I think. I could be mistaken. It's been a little while. It's been like a month or two.
I'm gonna take note to go back and look that up, just in case.
I don't think we ever discussed hit dice.
Because if
we didn't discuss
Candor
that.
was still able to hit the long rest button, then that meant they were still getting hit dice back.
All right, do it then.
Not
Do it for now.
Candor, Myrkrið,
Okay.
but Myrkrið, because Myrkrið
Yeah.
is the only one of us that didn't have spells
Yeah, that's fine.
until Maki-e came around.
I'm back. I could hit it because I had just taken a hit of the thing, so I had already had all my spell slots.
Oh, okay. Do you remember, Zach, if you recover hit dice on a long rest, or you have to take the light?
Yes, we definitely recovered health.
Yes, health, but what about hit dice, like
Health,
expended hit
okay.
dice?
I don't think you specified.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Just go
You
ahead and
probably
recover
did them back.
recover the hit dice for now. Just
Right.
recover.
I was about
them.
to say, if we were doing it basically long rest sans magic, then I think we would recover hit dice.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right, because they're not like magic. They're more of a
Right. Yeah.
Natural healing.
Yeah. Having downtime.
Oh look, I didn't use any spells again. I can just hit my button.
Yeah.
Spell hoarder.
Did you say? I think you said magic items aren't affected by that. Just magic spells.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, if you got like a wand or something that uses charges, the charges can recover. That's fine. I'm not gonna be
Okay.
I'm not gonna be
And
like
then-
that hard on you. But yeah, your spell slots just don't recover.
Yeah, I don't have spell slots, but I do have things that give me
You would
Like
get like
once
your
a day-
key points back.
certain
your-
spells.
Your key points do come back. Yeah.
No, not the key points. I have Rune Shaper, which allows me every day I could do runes, which for Maki-e is stitching them
Yeah, I have the same.
into some talismans. And those allow her to cast spells, but only if she puts the runes. It's not really spell slots, but it's a spell thing.
Ooh. Do you also have spell slots, Maki-e?
No,
You don't
it's
have
only
any? Okay.
these are just features that allow me to cast spells once per day. They're not spell slots.
Gotcha. Let me take a look.
I would think since she has to like physically make the runes, though, I would think that she can redo them every day.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Okay.
You can cast the spell without expending a slot, and you must finish a long rest before you can cast it this way again. You can also cast a spell using spell slots that you have. Number of runes.
So you cast the spell, you can use it once without the spell slot,
Right.
but then after that, if you have spell slots, you can use them instead.
Yeah. I'm
But
gonna
I
say,
don't have any spell slots, so
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna say that it does recover. Yeah, you're fine.
cool. Maki-e spends time stitching into some talisman cloths.
Right on. Okay. So you all awaken the next quote unquote day, lapse, whatever it is. Still in the mansion.
Get on down for breakfast.
Yeah. All right. You guys head down for breakfast. What do you got, Theo?
So,
Go ahead.
is Quartz's unseen servants like waiting in her room for her to wake up to tell her the tea, or are they going to be waiting for her downstairs to tell her the tea?
I think they can tell her.
I don't think they can talk. They're just probably right now like trying to clean up as much as possible before she wakes up.
They had at least 8 hours, so
Yeah.
The-
Well,
they may not be repaired, but at least they're gone. Quartz is gonna
Yeah.
come downstairs and be like, "Why am I down 2 tables?"
um,
Oh my gosh! All I can imagine now is them walking by Quartz's room, and there's just like this scroll that's like stuck to her door, where like one of the servants has just like quickly scrawled all that's happened through the night,
They write her a note.
or they've like slipped it under the door or something.
well, when Quartz wakes up, she's gonna look in the mirror first. She's gonna, like admire herself for a little bit. She's gonna spend a 5th level spell slot to make herself a gem encrusted bowl to use it to prepare for breakfast.
We love you.
All right.
And then she knows that her spells are not back, and so she takes a swig of golden light.
Okay. You take a swig of golden light. What is the sort of like memory, that sort of like perfect surreal memory that you get when you take a drink this time? It's probably a little bit more intense than it was before.
I think this time it would be with her her two brothers and her sister at a table when they were children, and her mom making them their favorite meal.
Yeah.
And they're like eating together.
Yeah. So you feel that real happy feeling, that contentment. Like you can practically smell the food. You can hear the laughter as people are talking. Yeah, it's almost like you're there again for a moment. Maybe for a few moments. But quickly you start to, as like the effects of taking it wear off, it starts to feel very distant, as like you're going through your usual wake up routine, and you're sort of like remembering where you are and those and how bad things are in heaven, and sort of the weight of all of that. Rifa almost dying recently. That peaceful, happy memory seems more and more distant the longer that you think about it.
I think she equates it to like high, like a high that she gets from other drugs. So
yeah,
she sort of knows the feeling.
Yeah, it's almost like a come down. Yeah.
Were you gonna make me roll a save or check?
Yeah. Make a wisdom save.
I'll use my inspiration on this.
Okay. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're looking at your reflection, and it just doesn't seem as bright. Maybe it's the lighting. Maybe it's just your mood in general, but it's almost like the saturation has been turned down a little bit on your reflection.
Well, she enjoyed the high while it lasted.
You still like recover all your spell slots and everything, and like you don't feel unhealthy or like anything like that. It's just something you notice.
It's a slight like the world is slightly like less bright.
Yeah. And like it really makes that really positive memory you got from taking in that light just a second ago, it makes that really stand out, like as far as like how good it felt.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's almost that thought in the back of your mind, like you can't wait until the next time to see what memory it brings back, to feel something.
One more thing before she leaves her door. She's going to cast this on herself.
Okay. You just up it. Immune to psychic damage, any effect that would sense emotions, read thoughts, divination spells, charmed condition. All right. Yeah. Good stuff. Good thinking, just in case, you never know.
Yeah, and then she's gonna puff her chest out. She gives herself words of affirmation, and then she heads out the door.
Okay.
If she can get out. There you go.
Right.
Where was the wall that you punched?
Probably in the stairwell.
Yeah, it's probably on the staircase.
So I think when she walks down, she's gonna she's gonna notice it, and she's gonna like, I wonder what happened here.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then she walks down to meet everyone.
Sure. Let me do this.
Just would have woken up bright and early.
Here, I'll just, what I'll do is for some reason, I guess I actually removed Quartz from the other page, so let me just copy Quartz back over, and I'll just drop you all on the other page and let you guys do whatever you want. There we go. There's.
You need to
Destroy
X
the
out the two
place.
tables that are no longer there, so that way we don't accidentally sit there.
Unfortunately, those tables are actually part of the map, so I can't. I could draw over them, I guess. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. You need to like put an X or something on them.
Yeah. Here. Let me.
I think it was this one. This one.
Yeah. Let me just. It's like this. This one. Those two. Was there any other ones?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
All right.
Let me. Handy dandy measuring tool.
Oh, that one.
That one might have gotten hit.
And this one.
Yeah.
All right.
So many tables.
All right. Let me X that one out too.
And these chairs.
Oh. Well, I can see, since they're just like bar stools and stuff, they probably would have just gotten like knocked away and they could have gotten fixed. A table is a bit more substantial.
If they were in the radius, they got destroyed.
I need to move.
Oh, before they go down, Maki-e would inspect Lucero's wound, like ask him, do you feel any
Lucero
wriggling?
probably would have tried to sneak out before
They
Maki-e
hatched.
woke up.
I think she's so worried about Lucero, she would probably not have.
She probably stood right on top of him, huh?
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere without me. I feel fine.
There's no wriggling. They're not moving around in you.
Not yet.
Hey. You tell me as soon as you feel it.
Yes, dear.
I think she'll also once she's relieved that it hasn't started yet. She will step back and say, by the way, I think I figured out the mole.
Ooh.
That other changeling.
Diviner?
Yes, there's been too many accidents to be actually accidents.
Love?
Like dropping the bubble and causing you to shatter everyone in the room.
Yes.
Love, do you remember what arcana they serve?
Do you?
What does that have to do with anything? She does.
They're just being a child doing their arcana.
Because they think it's fun.
Yes.
That's the stupidest reason I ever heard. Maybe their arcana is also bad.
The will of all things is bad.
Maki-e shrugs.
Lucero is looking like highly amused at that thought.
Faithless Sorrow says, well, it certainly wouldn't be the first time that fate had dealt a bad hand.
Maki-e would have said that while they were still in the room, sorry.
Oh, my bad. All right, it's fine.
Because she doesn't want Abe Flo to hear her saying that she suspects that they're back at the top. Like, she's pretty confident at this point.
All right. All right.
We'll just have to see, dear. And I guess they'll like carry Maki-e down then. Also knowing it's probably the only way to end the conversation.
Sure.
You'll get a wolf whistle as you come down.
She puts her mask back on.
Lucero will have a couple of streaks of the dark purple.
What?
Dark purple what?
From the other
I assume
face.
hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
They're not totally back to the normal face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hans says, well, while you are getting breakfast ready, does anyone mind if I go ahead and check on Cursed Ruin?
I'll help.
Yeah, he says right this way. He heads towards the door. And he says, Quartz, I assume that if I walk out, are we able to walk back in? Are they able to join us? What's the deal with this place?
Hold up.
With permission.
No one's leaving until I find out what's happened to my designer tables.
Maki immediately points at Abe and Flo.
As she does that and Quartz's attention like turns to Abe Flo, Lucero is like puts their hands on Hans' shoulders and is like, hurry, out the door.
I don't think you guys can open the door. I have to open it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? He gets to the door and it's barred. Tries to push it open. Doesn't open. It's like, oh, come on. Oh, the thing must be caught. So it's like this really comical. No, I'm trying to open the door. I'm telling you, I'm turning the latch. It just won't open. You don't look. You don't.
No, she.
Like, I know how to open a door.
I know. Hans, I know. He's trapped us.
So other than the tables, what happened to those walls? She points up to the staircase.
Let me make an investigation check.
Oh, don't
Right.
you try to do that like you don't know what.
Make an investigation
Quartz,
check.
do you want the short explanation or the long explanation?
That's a really good investigation check.
He sees little bunny paw prints.
Yeah, you basically, like we see like the Batman Telltale game where, Batman looks at a crime scene and he can see the holograms acting out the crime scene. That's what you see when you look at the wall. You see like the hologram of Maki-e like
vision.
punching the wall and like splintering it.
Maki-e was not intending to hide that one. She was going to raise her hand for that one, but that's funny.
Or
Well,
I'll make
any
a deal.
explanation would be gladly
I'll
accepted.
explain, but first you have to unlock the door.
All right. And
Is the door
are
open?
you guys coming? I have to get to the door. Before she unlocks the door, she's gonna be like, "Are you guys coming back, or are you?"
Yeah.
I just want to check on Cursed and Ruin. I was going to bring them back in if that's all right.
And
Well,
we'll
I
go
will-
and get them. Well, I'll explain.
Well, I will have to stay at the door to keep the door open. And then she opens the door. So hurry up, Hans.
Yeah, so Hans steps outside the door, and outside is the hovel, the inside of the inside of the hovel where you left the bodies in. Yeah, we see like out in the hovel we see like two figures like standing out in the hovel. One of them is a large figure of Ruin, kind of like scratching his head and looking around. the figure of Cursed, who is doing the same. They both look pretty much normal, just like they did the last time you saw them. Minus whatever gear you took off of them. I think somebody took Ruin's axe, for example.
I have it.
But other than that, they look like themselves.
No crazy eyes.
Yeah. What does Cursed say when you see this? Basically, it's like an invisible door in the middle of the air, right? Opens up.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, Cursed, you turn and you see this door open out of the air in this hovel that you woke up in. What do you do?
Does she have her dagger, please?
I don't think that anybody took your dagger. Is that right? Did anybody take Cursed's dagger?
No.
Oh yeah, then she's brandishing it like this is fucking weird.
I don't know. I thought we took their valuables so they wouldn't get stolen.
So you
We
stole
left
my
her-
things to not be stolen. Got it.
No, we left her dagger on her, so because we also left a dagger on Ruin. We didn't completely strip them down.
I know you guys.
Okay, making sure.
I think you guys took the
Yeah.
light vials.
Yes.
and
Maybe.
stuff.
We take anything that would be like a super big target.
Yeah, we did for sure take the light vials, and Maki-e gave 2 back. I think. No, 1 back. I don't remember. Maki-e only has 1 of however many vials there were.
Didn't we
I
give
think we
them
did give one back
to-
to Cursed because Cursed is a spellcaster.
Didn't we give it to Hands? Or
Yeah, we give it
Yeah.
to Hands, not to Cursed.
Yeah.
Cursed does
'cause
not have any vials.
Cursed was headless at the time, so
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so you still have your dagger.
Would not have served me.
Yeah. So she pulls this dagger out, and you see, like, when she pulls this dagger, the handle of it is like this black like obsidian stone carved in the shape of a serpent with its mouth open, bearing fangs, and the blade comes from inside the mouth. When she pulls the dagger, you see like a stream of green drip down the blade.
I am like 90% certain somebody took that.
They don't have
But
it.
either way, if nobody says we took it,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't have any notes.
And I
saying
still
that
haven't caught up
took
on
it,
notes.
so.
very strange. I remember it. I don't know. Either way,
I remember when we
It was Myrkrið
originally
who
knocked
took
her
it.
out. No, Myrkrið was the one that wanted to take it, and I stopped him from stealing it.
Okay,
Okay,
that
got
would
it.
make sense. That
And
that
was
probably is
when-
what I'm thinking of.
That was back when we were back by the place that we originally.
Yes, that's when
met
I was
Faithless.
remembering it too. So that was probably it.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the reasons you took the axe was because it seemed like it was.
He attacked me with it.
Yeah, and it seemed like it was making him even more ferocious, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so
Cool.
she turns, pulls the dagger. What happens next?
No need for that. Why don't y'all come in? We get some breakfast, eat some nice yummy foods.
So you not only invade my quarters, but you plan to poison me? Is that what this is?
Remind me, they had the Heroes Feast before, right?
I think they did, yeah.
It's the same food I made you last time. You liked it last time, right?
What last time? I've never seen you in my life.
He's forgot.
Oh no. Okay. Come inside. Hans and Mard can talk to you while we have our own little discussion.
Yeah, you see this little guy with the gun. I don't know if you can see the screen if you're watching the stream.
Oh, wait. No, we didn't cut off Cursed's head. We just cut off Ruin's head.
No, Myrkrið ate her head.
Yeah, he ate.
Oh, right.
He ripped it
I
off
remember
and
that
ate
now.
it.
Yeah, we had a screaming match about that. I remember that now.
He also ripped out her entrails and all that.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Not the entrails.
I'm remembering this now. It's been a
Lucero
while.
and Hands are outside the door, right?
Maki is
Lucero's
also
kind of like
there.
standing half and half, so that way you can't close the door.
Han-
Lucero's like in the doorway.
Hands has probably gone out there. Yeah. And he's like, this is what he looks like, Joeann. And he's not pointing the gun at you. But he's like, kind of tilts his head to the side and he's like, Cursed? Are you okay? How are you feeling?
I mean, I've got a crick in my neck, but that doesn't explain the rest of the situation now, does it?
Do you know who I am?
Of course I do, Hands. Now explain to me who the rest of these people are.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we've been working with them. We found them in the Valley of Pained Perdition. Remember, we went out there for the contract?
She's gonna narrow her eyes at him and like, contract?
Our job? We went out there to harvest light from the veins. Any of this ringing a bell?
I don't remember signing any contract. I think you're just being silly now.
Oh, jeez. Okay. What about, okay, all right. Okay. Look, just come in, we'll catch you up, we'll get you up to speed. Everything's okay. These guys, they're not gonna hurt you. Right, guys? Right?
Yes. Of course it won't hurt you. We've been
As
working
long as she
together.
doesn't attack me.
As long as she keeps her weapons to herself.
Everybody calm down.
She narrows her eyes at her.
Okay, Cursed.
I'm the ones with the bug in my chest. I'm the one who should be freaking out.
She's gonna immediately turn her head and
I'm
look
sorry,
at Hands.
what?
I'll explain in a minute.
Look,
I'll explain in a minute.
Cursed, you have to understand there was some magic or something overtook you in Ruin before you attacked us. They had to put you down. You know, it looks like maybe they did a little more damage than they intended, and you're having some memory issues.
She's not trying to outright murder us, so a plus.
Yeah.
My companion says that you are to be safe company. I don't exactly want to turn the tables, especially after what happened last time you perceived me as a threat. So, yeah.
Lucero's going to point at Kirsten and go, You're not so bad. It's him. They point at Ruin.
Yeah, Ruin's standing there, and he's kind of looking over the situation. He says, me? What did I do?
You about cut me in half.
He kind of like...
Maki-e wasn't wearing a mask. He would notice her obviously glaring at him, but she's wearing a mask.
kind of like scratches his head, and he says, cut you in half. How?
That axe of yours.
He goes, axe? What axe? He looks around
Come
the room.
inside. We'll explain more.
He looks
I'll
over
make
at,
food.
He looks over at Cursed. Cursed, he clearly has like no idea where he is, what's going on. He seems to know his name, but he's probably, sounds like he's probably worse off than you are, to be honest. And you can tell, like, looking at his face immediately, like, okay, this guy's got no clue as to what's going on.
Head empty.
Yeah.
She's gonna look at the others and look at Ruin and get in front of him or them. Her. Please help. I can't find the sheet.
Cursed
Ruin is
Ruin's
Ruin is Mel.
Ruin's a dude, yeah.
Ruin is a dude. She's gonna look at Ruin in the face and just hover her hands on his like jaw, just like barely hold his head, but like, you know how like in movies the hands go on the face to make them look at you, but she's not actually touching him.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
Ruin, do you remember me?
He kind of like furrows his brow and looks at you.
Oh no.
And he says, remember you. Of course. Make a deception check, Ruin. Oh wait, nobody controls Ruin anymore, right? Because that was Wolfrin's
Yeah,
guy.
that was Wolfrin.
Yeah.
Did somebody want to take control of him? Let me see if I
I thought you tried to give it to Ferdy.
Oh, did I?
Oh
yeah, Ruin.
Yeah, you got control of him, Ferdy. Yeah, you do.
I want to make. I'll let Ferdy roll first, but I want to make an insight check.
Yeah,
So do I.
He's not in your journal though, so let me just put him in your journal. You already had control of him, but he wasn't in your journal. So now he's in your journal. He should be
Where
under,
is he at?
under
The pets
NPCs.
familiar?
He's under.
Candor, where are you?
He's under
are you
the-
even in this conversation?
He's under the NPCs folder.
NPCs, I see. Hands.
Here you are.
I can't really pick. Oh, no wonder I pick hands. Supposed to be.
Yeah, it's Ruin. Yeah.
Ruin brings the Dominion.
Yeah, brings the Dominion of Ruin. Yeah, that's his full moniker.
Let's see. And I'm rolling for insight.
You're gonna roll deception.
Deception.
Yeah, Cursed's gonna roll insight. All right, so you roll a 12 for deception.
You said I'm rolling insight?
Yeah, you're gonna roll insight.
I think that's really good.
Well, it's an 11, so you have a +7, so you rolled a natural 4. So
Jesus Christ.
So Cursed, yeah, he seems to be telling the truth. Basically, everyone else except Lucero, did you have advantage on that?
It always has advantage on insights.
Oh, okay. So everyone else, you're like, yeah, he's lying. He's just saying what he thinks sounds like the right thing to say. It's almost like he doesn't even know what he's saying. Like he's just
no, the baby.
He's just
Quartz closes the door ever so slightly.
He's just saying what he thinks he's supposed to say. Like that's how out of it he is.
Oh, buddy. God, he makes me so sad.
You should have seen him before.
Oh, my bad. Oh, buddy.
Lucero puts their face.
In what? You cut out.
Sorry. Lucero puts their face in their hands.
So Curse Deception rolled lower and doesn't notice, right? Or are you using your inspiration?
Wait, who's in charge of Ruin right now?
I am.
Please state your character name.
Oh, Abelona and Florin is the...
Okay.
Ferdisofly in Discord is the one controlling.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So the charisma roll.
By the
I will
way,
learn names. I promise.
I know we just
you're fine.
We just dropped this on everybody and jumped into it, guys. I want to introduce Joeann. Joeann's playing Cursed from here on out.
Hello.
Hi, Joeann.
Everybody, this is Joeann. Hi. Welcome to the game. It's so good to have you here. All right.
I'm
Sorry.
happy to be here.
Joeann does the art for Ace of Wands Designs. So
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, check it out.
She did my character arts for my broken characters.
I do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Glad to have you join us.
I'm happy to be here.
But yeah, so if it looks like
Welcome to the chaos.
Cursed,
Kurtz thinks that Ruin's telling the truth about knowing her. Everybody else is just like, this bitch is stupid.
Yeah. So if it looks like Cursed is deceived by that, Maki-e will say, "Don't worry, we'll help you."
Maki-e, dear, hold the door, and Lucero is going to step outside.
Oh, she's clinging to you, so.
We're gonna get locked out of the mansion.
She
We're gonna get locked out of
refuses
the mansion.
to potentially be separated from Lucero, so.
By the way, Lucero comes with a not quite 2.5 tall bunny.
Here.
Wearing a scary-looking bird
mask. I'm just going to assume is like clinging to one of their legs.
Here's what I'll do. I know
Probably
that
Like a
clutching at your
monkey.
clothes. She's probably clutching at your clothes, like she will not let go.
So the scene's been weird because they're technically on another map right now, because when they step out of the mansion, they're back in this hovel in the void. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste your tokens on this map that they're on so that you can see what's going on the screen.
Maybe you can make like a little box that's like the front entrance area.
Yeah, we got you guys right here.
Oh, there they are in the pit.
So
Okay.
you should be able to see now. And yeah, you're outside the door basically, but
I'm still in the mansion.
No, he's
no, I pulled Ruin and Cursed onto the mansion screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
there is a door right here. We can't get out.
Oh, you literally can't see out that door. I'll just remove that dynamic lighting wall. There.
Here.
Huzzah! So many
We
people.
see.
Lucero would have gone like here and is now attempting to herd Cursed and the Ruthless. And
Oh yeah. So you're gonna try to herd them in. Okay. How are you herding them in? Are you like getting behind them and pushing them? Is that what you're trying to do?
going
like-
to attempt to do it without touching first.
Are you just like gently trying to
Taking a little on
escort them without touching them? Like, all right, come on in.
Yeah.
Like gesturing to the door.
Yeah, do like the wave, like shoo, get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kinda like-
Okay.
Quartz looks at Lucero like very unsure. Like, are you sure you want to do this?
It'll be okay.
Yeah, Ruin turns and looks at the door, and then he tilts his head to the side.
Just walk
Uh,
through it, my dude.
Curse is gonna take Ruin's hand and just gently lead him inside.
Yeah, sure. You can walk in. You can.
I do it.
Yeah,
I can't get Ruin's.
I got him.
Okay, thank you. I cannot drag this child, man.
Yeah. All right.
Luce is going to make sure Hands gets inside before they go back.
Yeah, sure. Hands goes in.
Just all the way in.
Ferdy, you should be able to control Ruin's token too. Let me make sure you have control.
Let me see if I can move it. Yeah, I can.
All right. Cool.
This is a tavern, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Sorry, I'm trying to be better about notes.
no, you're good. So this
Very
is
good.
Quartz has cast the Magnificent Mansion spell, which basically like summons a mansion. You can make it look like whatever you want it to look like. And so it looks like on the inside, it's like think of it like the TARDIS from Doctor Who.
Now you got me on the reference. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
it's bigger on the inside.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a random door that opened in the air, and on the inside, it's like this tavern. It's like a really nice tavern with like marble walls.
It was a nice tavern.
Yeah.
I can understand why they would be so upset about the goddamn tables.
You can blame the young changeling for that. Lucero is then going to look at Quartz, and then that was out of character.
Once you guys walk through the door, I'll close it.
Yeah. Luce is now going to look at Quartz and say, "Now, why don't we make some breakfast, and then I will explain the thing about the bugs."
Chris is gonna hear. Oh, I'm sorry.
I will make breakfast, but I expect to hear about my tables first. And then she walks.
They are included in that.
She walks past this group and then goes to the kitchen.
By the way, Flo, come here. Let me give you a hug. Since they're like right next to them. Still infected, by the way. They just like
away.
dash.
All right.
Good off me.
No touchy.
If she wasn't so mad at Abe and Flo, Maki-e would try and help Lucero
Lucero
get
actually
a hold of
throws at her because of that, yeah.
But instead, she's just staring at them as they walk away.
Hands is like, okay, Cursids. I'm gonna ask her. Don't worry. I'm in the middle. You can't. I'm in the middle of a conversation. I'm literally doing what you're telling me to do as you. Okay, Cursed. What's the last thing you remember? It's you, Joeann.
I know it's me. I'm trying to figure out how to say what I want to say. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
If you want, it is time, so we could save it, and you could explain next session, so you have time to think about it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Do you guys want to wrap up now, Keo?
Yeah.
Ferdy?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, Joeann, at least we got you in. I didn't think it would take that long for them to do the long rest. I didn't know we were gonna have a gunshot go off and all that stuff.
Problems.
I was watching the stream to like make sure when I was supposed to jump in or like get an inkling, and I'm just like, oh my god, is there going to be a character death before I get in here? Is he going to die?
And Lucero's just dead on the floor.
Yeah,
It's
she just
funny
comes in,
because
like the blonde one's down.
yeah.
Oh no! If Lucero died.
Oh yeah, there'd be
I
hell.
would have to spill.
There would be problems.
there would be a lot of
lots
problems.
of problems.
Yeah.
It's the mental health awareness
I would have to-
episode.
There's so many things that I would like instantly have to dump about this character. Not to mention Maki would go on like a murder spree.
Oh yeah.
It's like, so he's dead. Here's how that ruins all of your lives.
But welcome to the game, Joeann. It's good to have you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I can't wait. I thought it'd be a good opportunity. So offered up the character. I was like, it might make a lot of sense for you to just jump in and play this character, and I think it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see how the group dynamic goes with this. It should be pretty interesting. And Joann's good people, so you're gonna fit right in here.
Thanks. I try.
So, thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for watching. I'll go over experience in a second. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. What's everyone's experience right now? Just so I can get that out of the way. Like, what do you have?
81.
81. Okay, so Cursed, you have 81 out of 100 XP. And I'll explain. Have I gone over how XP works with you at all, Joeann?
No.
All right, I'll explain it in just a second. It's pretty simple. But first, I wanted to do a couple shout outs, I guess. Guys, the Discord is public. You can jump in. You can see chaos memes. You can see all the craziness. You can ask lore questions. There's a whole channel for it. It's free. You can jump in and do that. Just go to that link. I'm linking it in the chat on the Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description below. You can also
Find the crazy.
yeah. You can also check out artwork at Instagram, TikTok, and coffee.com/AceOfWandsDesigns. Here's the links for that. And I guess you can find me around the internet on X or whatever. Here's my link tree, just in case. But I feel like if you're watching this, you know where to find me. That's it for that. So, XP. Okay, so the way XP works, Joeann, is you get 100 XP for every level. Every level is 100 XP just so it's easier to keep track of. And I award you XP in 4 categories for combat, RP, lore or quest progress.
I like it.
And rule of cool is the last category. Now, the number you get for each category depends on how difficult it was, or like how much effort it took, or how cool it was, I guess. And sometimes I do take nominations from the players, especially for rule of cool. Yeah, so it's either 2, 3, or 4 based on how difficult it was. 4 being like deadly, 3 being like maybe hard, 2 being medium. Anything below like if you had a combat encounter that wasn't at least medium difficulty, it's not a challenge, so you don't get XP for it. But that's never happened. I don't think. And
I'm not
I guess
get anything for the beetle.
If you like kill an innkeeper that has 1 health or something, like you're not gonna get XP for it.
If you blow air at the one guy who will fall over.
Right, yeah, like yeah, it has to be like an actual challenge. So what I'm giving to you guys today, there was no combat. There was almost kind of a combat, but there was no combat. There's almost a combat between characters, I guess. But the RP was really good today, and there was a lot of it. So I'm gonna give you guys 4 XP for RP. Lore quest stuff. I'm gonna give you guys a 2 for that because I don't feel like there was none. Because there was some with like the bugs. We talked a little about there was the whole thing with the tarot cards actually. So I'm gonna boost up to a 3 just for the tarot cards, I think. Because that's very lore heavy, doing Arcana reading, and we haven't had one in a while. It was really good to see one on screen, and everything fit really well. So I'm gonna give that an extra point for that. So 3 for lore quest. We didn't really make any progress on quests today.
Not really.
Rule of cool. I mean, as weird as it sounds, the gun going off.
I attacked myself.
Yeah, that was good shit.
The gun going off was kind of cool. Like what are the odds that you roll double nat ones?
And then nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
the
it.
duality of life.
In a row.
The whole shatter thing was really cool. Like all the interaction with that afterwards was really cool. And I would say like the interaction in the room where it was just Maki-e and Lucero was really cool too.
I really liked Lucero's like speech to hands.
Yeah, that was a good moment where it was like, don't feel guilty. It was an accident and all that stuff. And yeah.
Well, that whole thing.
The denim coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that whole thing, like the way he was talking to Hans, probably reminded Maki-e of how Lucero handled their children.
All right, I'll give you a 4 for rule of cool because it was a pretty cool session, I think, altogether. So 4 RP, 3 lore quest, 4 rule of cool. That puts you guys at a total of 11 XP for today. So that puts you up to 92 Is that right?
Yep.
So you're gonna get another level probably next.
As long as we don't do absolute pants next episode,
Yeah.
we get a level up.
I
so-
got
I
you,
don't know
fam.
where
I'm
to
gonna
put
keep us
it.
locked down in the same 5 square foot area.
Everybody
Ham,
gets nailed to the
shoot
floor.
me again, shoot me again.
And
Any more eggs?
when you do inevitably level up next episode, Joanne, I can go over that with you to show you how to do it if you want.
Yeah, please God, do that.
Because she's still working on the actual like NPC sheet. So because that's how I built Cursed. So that's what she's using.
I'm honestly going to be really sad when you take this away from me because it's so easy to just click the thing.
Yeah, like
so easy, Sam.
Yeah, like the skills are right there. You just click the skill and it does the thing. Yeah.
She'll be more
Are we also gonna need to
powerful.
switch Cursed from a helper to a real sorcerer, or is she already a real sorcerer?
She kind of is a real sorcerer already. Like she has a lot of
Okay.
the regular sorcerer like feats and stuff. I get like I've given
Lots of spells too.
Yeah, she's got all the player spells. Like I didn't limit her on because I think sidekicks are limited at level 5 spells max. I ignored that for most sidekicks just because I think that's kind of lame. Like I know they're supposed to be weaker than you guys, but especially when you're at this high of a level, I think they should be able to cast it at least a decently high level. So she's got some really high level spells. We'll just put it that way. And she's not multi-class, so you probably know what that means. Means she's got all the spells. Yeah. But anyways, okay. So yeah. Good job today, guys. I guess that's it. We'll see you guys Wednesday night for some more Broken, for some more sci-fi tabletop RPG stuff, and we'll be back with some more Forest Flesh next Monday. Do we have any closing words?
Tune in next time to see if
Nah, I
Lucero
procrastinated.
dies.
To see
And
if
Forest
Lucero
of Flesh.
Yeah.
Manifesting the reverse. What was it? Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, the reverse Wheel of Fortune. We'll see what it means probably next time. Well,
It means bankruptcy.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like he's spinning the wheel at the game
Trusty.
show and you land on bankruptcy. All right. Well, thank you guys for playing. You guys all did awesome today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Everybody have a great night and a great week. Love you guys. Bye.
Night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.